This is Swiftlit, a Taylor Swift podcast with a literary twist. Today's episode is the first in a new miniseries called Dear Readers that is focused on discussing books centered around Swift and her works. The first book to be discussed is Taylor Swift Style, Fashion Through the Eras by Sarah Chappelle. As always, I am your host, Peyton Edwards. Book Overview. Taylor Swift Style, Fashion Through the Eras by Sarah Chappelle was published on October 8, 2024. The coffee table book is 322 pages chock full with pictures of Taylor Swift and her fashion over the years, from her very first appearances to the first leg of the Eras tour, all accompanied by Chappelle's trademark commentary that her followers have come to recognize. The book is divided into 4 parts and bookended by a prologue and an epilogue. It is told chronologically, starting with the Taylor Swift era and ending with the Midnights era. Author background. Sarah Chappelle, the woman behind the blog Taylor Swift Style and the accompanying accounts Taylor Swift Styled on social media platforms, is a fashion writer with a degree in journalism. Chappelle started the blog all the way back in October of 2011 and since then has kept up with documenting Swift and her fashion, whether it be a red carpet appearance, tour outfits, candids, or music videos. Chappelle identifies the pieces Swift is wearing, including accessories, incredibly quickly, if I may add, posts links and prices for those interested, and provides critically kind commentary on Swift's look. For upcoming appearances, Chappelle often posts predictions about what Swift might wear and provides why she selected those particular pieces. Chappelle also runs a website called Taylor Swift Style, where fans can browse Swift's fashion by era, check out Chappelle's newsletter, and shop pieces Swift has worn. The site recently launched, and the archive of Swift's looks from over the years is still in the process of migrating over to the new site, but fans can still peruse the very organized TSS Tumblr account to find older looks. Chappelle's commentary has appeared in publications like People, Harper's Bazaar, and the Wall Street Journal. Overall thoughts. Much like Swift's music, Chappelle imbues the book with her own personal anecdotes as a fan of Swift over the years, creating an easily relatable entrance into the commentary of Swift's fashion. Chappelle helps place Swift in her outfits in the larger context of the time period, giving readers a detailed picture of how Swift lined up with broader trends in fashion. This isn't just a picture book of every single outfit Taylor has worn over the years. It is a thoughtful, well-researched book on how Taylor's style has evolved over the years and how she utilizes fashion as an extension of her storytelling, with commentary from someone who is passionate about both fashion and Taylor. Fashion, like most things, is subjective, meaning that not every look that Swift has worn over her nearly 20-year career lands with Chappelle. There have been looks over the years that even I have not been head over heels with, looking at you flower-covered dress worn during Enchanted on the Eras tour. When Chappelle finds a look to be a miss, she explains why it is a miss for her, typically infusing it with some humor, and does not simply dismiss it as bad and move on from it. If she trashed the particular look and didn't give an explanation as to why she felt the look fell flat, she wouldn't be doing a good job as a commentator. Being a commentator on something means that you will at times have to provide critique on the subject, even if you are a big fan of the subject at hand. Not everything the subject does is going to personally land with you, and that doesn't mean you enjoy them any less or that someone else's opinion isn't valid. Everyone will have a different take on something, and that's perfectly okay and normal. Having multiple takes and perspectives on something creates a broader understanding of it. The decision to lay the book out chronologically is a smart one. Not only does it allow the reader to visually see Swift's style evolution throughout the years, but it gives an understanding as to how and why her fashion has changed over her career. The choice to break up Swift's eras into groups of 3 works very well. The first section, A Sweet Start for Country Sweetheart, includes the chapters dedicated to Taylor Swift, Fearless, and Speak Now. The second, The Contained Chaos of Country to Pop, houses the chapters about Red, 1989, and Reputation. And the final era's dedicated section, The Powerhouse She Built, features the chapters on Lover, Folklore and Evermore, and Midnights. Chappelle's last section is From the Vault, book version, which contains the chapter dedicated to misses for Chappelle across the eras. By choosing to format the book in this manner, it allows readers to easily see the similarities and differences between the fashion Swift wore for each of those albums. For her early years, Swift's style is quite similar, and placing them in order allows for the evolution to unfold as it did in real time. Chappelle could have split the book up by candids, tour looks, and appearances, but that would not give the reader the wider context of the specific era that the look was set in. Throughout the book are little sections marked by green page trim. These little asides focus on a specific topic not yet covered in depth in the chapters and present an opportunity to do so. These sections are well placed and don't feel like a massive diversion to the narrative flow. It gives the reader the choice to continue reading the chapter and to return to the little section after, or to take a little break and read the section. Chappelle's knowledge of both fashion and Swift blend well together. If she had only one and not the other, the reader would not have as detailed a picture or commentary that is presented in the book. Chappelle can help readers understand exactly why Swift made certain changes in her fashion at times, both in the context of the larger world of fashion at the time and what was going on in Swift's own world. Her observation and interpretation of Swift's vintage style during the Red Era as a twofold response to both her personal life and musical career is astute and helps the reader understand why Swift might have gravitated to those fashions instead of more on-trend pieces. Chappelle provides this particular kind of insight throughout the book, and it creates an enjoyable reading experience. Though the book does not include images of every single outfit Swift has ever worn, that'd be an incredibly thick book if it did, most of the looks left out are ones that fans are most likely familiar with, like her fashion and music videos. Chappelle dedicates her time to some looks that may be lesser known and the truly formative ones of the era. Overall, Taylor Swift's style, Fashion Through the Eras, presents a thorough and detailed account of Taylor Swift's fashion throughout her career. Chappelle's critically kind commentary provides insight into Swift's specific looks, giving readers both the particular designers Swift dressed in and Swift's habits from the perspective of someone who is firmly entrenched in the worlds of fashion and Swift. I wouldn't be surprised if further down the road a second volume was published that features the Tortured Poets Department era and those yet to come. Thank you for listening to this episode of Swiftlet. This episode was written and edited by me, Peyton Edwards. I hope you enjoyed listening, and if you did, please rate, review, and share this podcast. You know, all of that good stuff. You can connect with me on Instagram and the site formerly known as Twitter at Swiftlet Podcast.